today we want to go over 5 tips for walking you through the insurance claims process.
That's right. First off, you want to call a trusted and certified local contractor, somebody that is trusted around the neighborhoods, that has great reviews. Do your due diligence and look online. Asking family and neighbors, they're going to give you great recommendations as well.
So in Houston specifically, you would want to know that they were a member of RCAT, Roofing Contractors Association of Texas, and HARCA, Houston Area Roofing Contractors Association. You're also just going to want to really know that they have experience dealing with insurance claims specifically. One of the main things there is, do they have experience with the inspection, being able to properly identify damage? You really want to know that this contractor is not going to entice or persuade you to call in a claim that isn't valid, that doesn't have damage, that gives you a high probability of being approved. When you work with a contractor that, really has a lot of insurance claims experience, they know the different standards that different carriers have, what they're looking for, and they'll be able to really assess that when they look at the roof and be able to really educate the client as to, the probability that they have, whether or not to file a claim or not. So next, you really want a good, thorough inspection with tons of photos. You can't have too many.
The more, the better. These are typically used for any reason that there would be maybe a dispute on the back end from insurance. You're able to turn these photos in, and they need to be just as granular and just as in detail as the insurance adjuster would be taking them. So this way you can provide an outside third-party view of the same roof, and the desk adjuster can analyze. With all of these thorough photos, there's so many more ways to show damage that came through that neighborhood or your home. So anything from collateral damage, we always look at downspouts, gutters, fences. I've gotten barbecue pits covered because they were dented up, patios. It knocks algae off of everything. So really getting a good storyline provided for the homeowner and the adjuster if need be.
Yeah, absolutely. One tip for the photos is ask your contractor if they use an app called Company Cam. It's just awesome. It's a cloud-based link, geotagged, time-stamped, and that's a really good way to send that file back and forth between you, the client, the contractor, and the insurance company.
The third tip we have here is know your policy. Is it an ACV? An RCV? What do those even mean? And what is your deductible?
Right, so ACV, actual cash value. So it means they're basically treating this like a used car. Not ideal. Hopefully you don't have an ACV policy. What is more ideal is that you would have an RCV or replacement cost value policy. That basically means that they're not paying what the roof is, was worth 10 years ago or 15 years ago. They're paying what it costs today to, replace. They come up with that with a software called Xactimate. It's a fair market value software. Basically, all the insurance companies use. One way to kind of describe it is imagine a gallon of milk at Whole Foods, let's say one at H-E-B, one at a convenience store, averaged together in your zip code for each line item on your roof, your shingles, your starter, your underlayment, your pipe jacks, etc. And so that's how they come up with the price. So then as far as your deductible goes, that's going to be in your policy specifically for wind or hail, and that is required by law to pay. You can do payment programs and things like that with certain companies, but it is required by law. So next tip. This is a really great time. So after you get approved, have a contractor out to represent you, be there with the adjuster, point out any type of damage that they saw during their good, thorough inspection. Then you want to go over your paperwork, go over the Xactimate line items, make sure that nothing was left off, that your insurance company paid exactly what they're supposed to pay. We just like to review it and make sure that they paid every penny they're supposed to. They make you, the client, do that. So it's just something to be very thorough about.
Absolutely, and that is one thing that we do pride ourselves in is basically taking those steps to avoid anything going forward. So we do review the paperwork, and then we look for those line items like, are you in the right tax bracket? Do they have the updated price increases? Because that happens a lot during storm season, which is typically when everybody's going to file these claims. And then also, you have to think, these agents and these desk adjusters, they're all getting swarmed at the same time. So there's mile high paperwork going on, and they're trying to shoot out these, estimates as fast as possible in a timely manner, and things can get overlooked. So with a trained eye and your best interest in mind, and the contractor that you've vetted to replace your roof and is educated, we'll take a look at that and get that all settled for you before you go further.
Yeah, so ask your contractor, do you know Xactimate? Are you proficient in Xactimate? Very key. That'll help them to really be able to review the paperwork, understand the paperwork, explain it to you, make sure that everything's been paid for properly. Last, fifth tip on going through the insurance claims process. This is a great time to decide, is this the right time to upgrade my shingle? Insurance is only gonna pay for exactly what you have on your roof. So if you have a 3-tab roof, they're gonna pay for that. You have a 30-year shingle, that's what they're gonna pay for. So now you're getting this check from the insurance company. Is this a time when you might wanna upgrade?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the best time, I think, because what you're doing is you're able to get this approval for an incident that happened on your home. And when you're doing modifications to your home, you do start to look at every little thing. And whenever it gets to the time, a lot of people's roofs just, with the humidity in Houston, you get these streaks, it starts to age, and you're just like, man, I don't have the money to just replace it for aesthetics. And then whenever this happens, you get a full roof replacement if you're eligible for it. And then that can cover the majority, if not all, the upgrade that you're looking for. And so our standard is a 40-year shingle, and it is an upgrade to whatever you're gonna have on your roof. But we've also had clients that were like, man, I've always wanted a metal roof, but it's just double the price at least of my asphalt roof. And I mean, I'd rather go on vacation with my kids instead of get this aesthetically pleasing, even though they want it. So they use that time to take the funds from that insurance claim and then have it go towards the total cost of their dream roof.
Yeah, absolutely. So just one thing to consider, if your roof was paid for because of a hailstorm, you might want to consider a impact rated or hail rated roof. That's why at Trueworks, the base roof, the lowest that we install is a class 3 impact rated roof. So there's 4 classifications for hail, just for everyone to know. Class 4 being the highest. They drop a steel metal ball several times and see if it does any damage. So we're talking impact resistance, hail resistance. Class 3 is rated to hold up to 1.75 inch hail, which is about the stuff we get here in Houston. So you really want to make sure you have that. We upgrade our clients to that for no extra charge. Ask your contractor if they're willing to do that for you as well. I think this is a really important time where you can take advantage of this opportunity and upgrade your shingle to something a little better, something that's going to last.
And also with that in mind, our company, we make it mandatory to turn in information to your agent currently with the information that you have now installed a class 3 hail rated shingle, because this now puts you in another category in your policy. Every insurance company is different, and you can always call your agent before you even do anything and say, hey, and send them the specifications on the shingle that we'll send you. And ask them, what kind of savings am I going to get? Because usually on average, it's about a 12% annual savings with our brand that we use, but it does differ. So it's always great to have that, good relationship with your agent. We always like to be one-on-one with the agents as well, because we know the lingo and the paperwork and everything that they need to help you get a better price.
Yeah, so great time to upgrade your roof, get those good savings. And, to kind of summarize it all, the insurance claims process can be really confusing, and we do it every day. So it's something that's kind of like, breathing air or taking a drink of water for us, or, whatever, driving a car. you just want to get a contractor that you trust, that can really hold your hand, guide you through that confusing process, and get a great solution for you, a great outcome for you.
Absolutely.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. Check out our next video.